Hey guys, it's Sophie here from Barossa. We're so glad you've joined us to club today. We've got games, we've got a skit, we've got a talk coming up, and basically all that's left to figure out is what snack to have with it. So here I am at the bakery and I'm just gonna check it out. Chili slice, custard tart, banana caramel tart.
Okay, so we're going to play a game this week. It's called Stack Attack. So we have to build a pyramid of cups out of these cups, right up. It'll be 36 cups in total. And then the first one to stack it right up and then restack it into one pile like this is the winner. So we've got Michael, Team Michael. Team Ben in the comments. No. We'll line it up. We're gonna go. You count it. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. It's riveting. It's mind-blowing TV, this. Remember this? Still pretty good. That's all. But I want to win first. Oh my god. That is just horrible footage. Dear Young Life Australia, I am very disappointed in the content of your latest Instagram club. While Monash Man is very strong and good at push-ups, he is telling too much about the poo. How should I finish this letter? It's a complaint. Some too much toilet humor. Yes. Yes, too much toilet humor. Okay. Please improve your standards. Sincerely, Tony. Yes.
Hi everyone, it's Carla here from Young Life in Dubbo. So great to be with you all again here at Insta Club as we continue our journey through the book of John. I would love you to follow along if you can. If you've got a Bible, this is mine, then look up John 10. If you don't have a Bible, Don't stress. You can just Google it. Just Google John 10. And I'm reading from a NIV. It's the version of it. So if you Google John 10 NIV, then the passage will come up. So don't just take my word for it. I'd love you to follow on and read along with me. So what does it mean to have life to the full? What does that even mean? You know, we hear sayings like, you only live once, YOLO, live every day as though it was your last day on earth, eat, drink and be merry, all that kind of stuff. Is that life to the full? It sounds full, doesn't it? It sounds pretty jam-packed. But is it life to the full? What if it really was your last day on earth and you had some forewarning? Not much, just the day. Would you feel like you lived life to the full? Or would you feel a bit shortchanged? Do you think you would feel a bit ripped off? It just wasn't enough time. There was so much more I wanted to achieve. Well, in John chapter 10, Jesus tells us how we can have life to the full. Now, I'd love you to follow along, like I said. Jesus wasn't just talking to himself here, he was talking to someone. So let's see who that someone was. Verse 1, he says this, "Very truly I tell you, Pharisees, anyone who does not enter the sheep pen by the gate, but climbs in by some other way, is a thief and a robber." So he's talking to Pharisees, who are super religious people, right? Really, tried really hard to be obedient to God's law. But what on earth is he talking about? Sheep pens. We know Jesus uses lots of imagery to tell stories to get a major point across, don't we? And so in John chapter 10, we read all about sheep, the gate, and the shepherd. We're the sheep. Sorry to disappoint you there, but we are. We need help. We lose our way. That's who we are. But he's telling the Pharisees that if you try to just be super obedient and think that somehow you can get into the sheep pen, into God's kingdom, just by any other way other than through the gate, then you're a thief. If you don't go through the gate, if you jump over the wall or break through, you clearly don't belong there. You shouldn't be there. You're a thief and a robber. So how do you enter the sheep pen? Where is this gate? How do we get into God's kingdom? Well, Jesus says, verse 9, "I am the gate. Whoever enters through me will be saved." So you can't get there by climbing over the wall. You can't get there just by trying your hardest to obey God's laws, like the Ten Commandments, and a few others that the Pharisees put in for good measure. You can't do it. You probably know yourself, when you try to obey every single law that exists, it kind of just reveals our failures and our shortcomings. You might be really good at it, but you're not perfect. You can't be. And so you can't enter the sheep pen that way. And Jesus doesn't just tell us the way. He doesn't just show us the way and go, "Gate's over there, guys." He is the way. He says, "I am the gate. Everyone who enters through me will be saved." He is the way. How? We need someone really good to be able to give us access to God's kingdom. Not just really good, but the best. Perfection. The most holy. And that's who Jesus is and was. He's God himself. Walking around earth with humankind. He was perfect. Therefore, he can provide the way for us into the sheep pen. Jesus isn't just the gate, he's also the shepherd. In verse 11 he says this, I am the good shepherd. He is really good, the best. And the good shepherd only wants good for you. He wants you to not just have life, but have it to its fullest. He doesn't want to harm you, he wants to save you. The good shepherd, how? How does he do this for us? The good shepherd lays down his life. Literally, he laid down his life. Some of the Pharisees and some other people, they had Jesus killed. They killed the good shepherd by nailing him to a cross. He endured a Roman crucifixion, brutal, so that we don't have to. If you want life to the full, it's no good continuing in this way, is it? It's not perfect. It's broken. We're left with disappointments, and it's never enough. That life has to be dealt with first. And Jesus dealt with it so that we wouldn't have to. He died the death that we deserved. Not because he deserved it, he's good. He's the good shepherd who laid down his life for the sheep. If you want life to the full, the only way is to go through the gate, and that's Jesus. There's another really popular part of the Bible that talks about the shepherd. And this was written a long, long, long time before Jesus was even on the scene. But I think it helps us to understand what life to the full might look like. So I want to read Psalm 23 for you to finish. It says this, "The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil. You are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table for me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, and my cup overflows. Surely your goodness and mercy and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." That, my friends, is life to the full.